You eat, you shower.
A bro-ified Indian guy is crazy to me. I don't know. It's just so funny.
Yeah, playing.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're rolling.
We're rolling?
Well, actually, first, everyone do a mic check. Let's do that.
Mic check, check,
Hello,
check,
hello.
check, check,
Hola.
check, check,
Please
check,
go
check.
vertical.
We're starting this podcast with an important message from some Indian guy on
An Indian guy
on
that quit his
Instagram.
9 to 5.
Yeah, very important message. We gotta listen to him. Are we ready?
Yeah, dude.
Are we ready for a message?
Cooking is for broke. 100%. Going to Publix, getting all your little groceries, going home, cleaning the vegetables, putting it in a pot, cutting it all up, putting seasoning on it, cooking it, then eating it, then putting it in the dishwasher, cleaning it, putting it away. This is all stuff
Putting
for
seasoning on
NPCs and
it.
brokies. Like, don't get me wrong. Cooking is fun sometimes. Sometimes I'd love to I wish I could just cook and it'd be a luxury. But at the end of the day, if you're passionate about making money, if you want to make this thing work for you, you can't cook. You don't have time. You just don't. Cooking is for
Yeah.
Did you say cookies for brokies?
Yeah, he said you don't have time to cook if you're making money. Yeah. You don't have time, dude. You gotta be in credit card
can be
debt for
true.
DoorDash if you want to make money. You gotta spend. You gotta.
How do I monetize eating?
Yeah.
I don't ever want anyone online to tell me how to fucking live, ever.
Yeah.
Like, I want a pastor to fucking tell me what to... Like,
Yeah.
that's the thing that happens on... You'll see these guys that are like... Sun's coming out, too, by the way.
Yeah.
They'll talk like, this is my grocery haul as a 21-year-old college student. I go to the farmer's market. I spend $40 on 24 eggs. I bought this lamb from a lamb. And it's like, yeah, you spent $600 to eat right. Like, great, yeah. That's sure. I'm sure that's how you're supposed to eat. But it's like, I'm gonna eat SpaghettiOs, you fucking retard.
Yeah, we live in a society. I'm
gonna put ground beef in the freezer and only eat that ground beef for 4 months.
Even that, I'm
That's how
okay
I'll
with. The ones that are like,
That's
you're
how I'll
spending
eat.
so much money.
That's not a bad idea.
That's what I'm saying. But it's like that's literally what I've done.
Yeah, like that's how I'm going to eat.
It's a
like,
smart way. That actually is.
You
the smart
should
way to
eat a T-bone steak every night. You should do that. But it's like, oh yeah, no, sorry, I don't have $400 in my budget to eat every week.
That would be nice to eat a T-bone steak every night, though. That's like Joe Rogan's life. He'll just eat a T-bone steak.
Yeah, you have to.
I used to think maybe the grocery store rotisserie chicken. Like Ralph's has like an $8 rotisserie chicken. I could
pretty good.
eat for like
Costco's got,
$8 a day.
$5.
Oh yeah,
$5 rotisserie?
Costco's the real deal.
Yeah,
Costco's
legit.
It really is. I mean, the fact that there's just guys that they get.
Yeah, well, what if there was like a Costco guy?
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy if there was just a former wrestler and his dad.
People
That
even
is
take
weird. Have we
that
ever
shit
covered
too
this?
far, where they're like, here's a Costco hack. You go to the butcher and you ask them for 19 pounds of ground beef, and then you freeze. It's like, do you have you need a second fridge constantly running, and it's like,
Yeah, what's the cost of the second fridge?
I mean, probably nothing. All that shit. Our parents definitely got us with that of like, the heat.
That
Got
electricity
to turn down the
costs
heat. It's like, it's pennies. It's like extra $3 a month not to be cold. Like I did. Like
It really is.
I don't know how much.
What if there's a
modern
power outage and I lose my
refrigerators-
ground beef?
True. Yeah.
Yeah, power bills are kind of funny. They'll be like $6.
Especially in California, there'll be like subsidies where like sometimes it's like you owe -$8 this month. And it's like we had Christmas lights on the whole month. And they this month for some reason we didn't ship all of our fucking gas to Ukraine, so I don't have to pay my gas bill.
Or whatever's happening there.
Yeah, the Ukraine. It's all the Ukraine's fault.
It was for a while. We were sending shit to Germany. California was sending our natural gas reserves to Germany because
We gotta stop giving our money.
Germans
to people.
know how to use gas.
Wow, man.
That's what Gavin Newsom said.
We gotta stop
on
giving
Holocaust Remembrance Month year.
money. Yeah, Holocaust Remembrance Year.
It's the year of remembrance.
It's the 107th year.
85 years.
Yeah, no,
of the Holocaust.
it's the 400th year anniversary. The Holocaust happened 400 years ago.
Yeah.
You got to stop complaining about
Holocaust never stopped, man.
it. Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Patreon episode live from the Museum of Tolerance.
They had to call it the Hall of Cost.
Oh,
Of course, they're thinking about
that
how
would
much
be a
that
nightmare.
shit cost.
yeah.
The real crime was how much they spent on the gas.
Yeah, I heard.
That's probably been said a million times.
Yeah.
Yeah, why did Hitler kill himself? The gas bill.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a
Is that true?
That was on a school bus to school type joke. That it's not true though. Hitler did not kill himself.
I do like that when Gene Hackman died. He died, and his wife died, and his dog died at the same time. And I was like, Gene Hackman, respect for going out exactly like Hitler.
Yeah.
I did you hear the final story on that?
No, he was murdered by Superman.
Yeah, I heard he was murdered by Superman.
Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, they found laser vision holes through his chest.
And then he found wheel marks over his dog.
Yeah, somebody,
That would be funny if Christopher Reeve's in the
he's still wearing
wheelchair,
the
but
outfit.
he's got all the other powers, but he just can't
He's still
move.
paraplegic.
Yeah.
We had a beef with Christopher Reeves because I was going like a deep dive of like him post the horse accident, and there's like a moment where he's like talking on like a 60 Minutes interview or some shit, and he's like, I was studying for a role, and I was around paraplegics, and I thought, wow, how lucky am I that this isn't me. And now I know this happened to me, and it can happen to you. It's like, is that a fucking threat, Christopher
yeah.
Reeves?
Well, I'm not dumb enough to ride a fucking horse.
Yeah, I'm
and
never getting on a
fall off
fucking
of it.
horse, you dumbass.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't piss off horses that much. So,
Yeah, I'm not
so they
spurring
throw me
a
off of
horse.
it. You fucking idiots.
He insisted on wearing the cape, and the horse
Yeah, the cape
freaked
got
out.
caught up while he was trying to jump.
Yeah, he was trying to do the what's that Spain thing where they do the.
Matador.
Yeah, he was trying to matador and he got
Yeah.
fucking wrecked. He was like, "Oh, you guys, yeah, guys,
Could have happened to anyone.
don't have $1 million and ride horses all the time. It's really not safe." Yeah, I think Luigi Mangione killed what's his name?
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman. He's just like,
Yeah.
I didn't like Hoosiers.
Yeah.
He's like, I like Glory Road. Glory Road's a better movie. I don't like Hoosiers.
Yeah.
Too many white guys in Hoosiers.
Didn't like the French Connection too.
Have you guys seen Hoosiers? I haven't seen Hoosiers in so
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, it's been a while though.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time for a rewatch.
Yeah, we got to do a Hoosiers rewatch.
Should we throw that on right now? Should that be the episode? Gene Hackman Memorial episode?
Yeah, and just be like, oh, yeah, I remember when basketball was like this.
The last Gene Hackman movie I watched was The Birdcage with Robin Williams. Gene Hackman
Ooh, The
dresses like a woman at
Birdcage.
the end.
Is it
I'm a gay guy.
is it a drama? Oh,
No,
that's
it's
the
a
one. He's a
comedy.
gay guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that funny. There's some moments where I'm like, whoa, Robin Williams is really funny, but
Oh, there's a rope.
oh, I gotta have sex with a guy.
Oh, is it a sex toy or it's going to around my neck?
What does this belt do? Oh, this feels good. I'm up on stage. My dick is small. I gotta make it big.
I'm going to come.
Put a rope on it.
I'm going to come in a guy's mouth, but with a belt on my neck. Ooh. Actually, have you ever seen Dead Poet Society?
No.
I haven't seen it.
That always kind of like
I don't
kind of fucking like
interact with
theater kiddie to
anything
me.
poetry.
I think I actually,
Yeah, the title. I don't want to judge a movie by its title, but I
might watch it tonight.
I watched the one where him and Hackman were cross-dressing. None of this gay poets.
Oh, I got nice tits. Oh, I have the best cross-dressing tits.
Oh, my plastic or my rubber tit costume that I put on
Oh,
makes me look like a sexy girl.
oh, what's that down there?
I'd fuck myself dressed as Mrs. Doubtfire.
He did like cross-dressing because he did Mrs. Doubtfire.
Cross-dressing's
and then-
fun.
He did Mrs. Doubtfire and then that movie because he's just like he just did Mrs. Doubtfire and he goes, "Ooh, this is a good career move." Dress like,
It's fun to play dress.
dress like a lady,
Yeah.
except if you're black because then it's like initiation.
Yeah, they make you do that.
yeah,
Drewski.
yeah. Drewski. Oh, you hear about that?
Yeah, we should talk about Drewski.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
is
talking
it,
about
do you
Drewski.
believe it?
Well,
His excuse is he wasn't famous back then.
Yeah, but he's like in
But
videos.
that could
with
be
P. Diddy.
why. Yeah, he's been to them.
There's
Is
literally-
that why you're saying that's why he's
That
famous?
could be why he's famous.
I wasn't
Yeah.
famous yet, and then he sucked someone's dick
Yeah.
in front of P. Diddy, and now
Oh
I'm
wow!
famous.
there is literally a video
No,
of him
you-
being like, "I'm alone at Diddy's house."
Yeah.
Well, no one's ever alone at
Yeah.
Diddy's house.
That honestly would be the ultimate truth in comedy for him to be like, man, this guy is a fucking pedophile. I'm going to make videos about it in front of him.
What was the allegation? He like sat on somebody,
Drewski? No, because that would be
or
murder.
he slat? No, he
No,
like,
it was something really stupid. Like
'Cause he's fat.
he like slip and slided them or
Yeah, yeah.
something.
On,
He
like,
like
his-
like a girl was like oiled up and he dove on him.
yeah.
So yeah, attempted murder.
It just it just sounded like a sketch he would make.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah, maybe this is just like a William Banks
Yeah, was
thing.
he trying to be
It's all
funny?
fake.
Yeah, he's just trying to be funny.
yeah. Imagine that guy. Imagine going to Diddy's house and being like, "Oh, I'm about to get molested. I'm about to get raped by like the ugliest guy ever.
Yeah.
Like the fattest goofy goober ever.
Yeah, the
Not
girl,
even Usher, just like a goofy.
yeah, the
goober.
girls are
Yeah.
picturing Usher.
Yeah, we've got
Yeah, I'll
a
show
millionaire
the party.
rapper. We've got
Meek
LeBron
Mill.
James, and then we've got a TikTok comedian.
We got the fattest guy
We got
ever.
a fat streamer.
We just we have like 2019 Lizzo, but a guy version.
That would fuck man, dude. Getting accused. I really don't want to be famous enough where I ever get accused.
I don't mind it because I would be like, that's a lie, you fucking cunt.
They're always, they're always on their heels about it. They're like, this is insane. This is crazy. It's like, it's not that crazy. There's videos of you with P. Diddy. You knew him.
Yeah.
I would be like, this is funny.
Also,
Yeah,
if there
I
was
sucked
if there
his
was
dick voluntarily.
legitimately no evidence of whatever wrongdoing I was publicly accused of, I would just lean into it and be like, yes, I was there. I did do that. Because it's fake, apparently. Like, he's not going to get in trouble. So wouldn't it be funny to just be like, yep, I did.
But then there's like footage of you actually doing it. And you're like,
But I'm
well,
saying,
I guess
on
I
the off
actually
chance
did.
he is innocent, it would be fun to
I
pretend
think
like
he is
you're
innocent.
guilty.
I'm
mean,
not
he's-
falling
he-
for
what
this
is-
Me Too shit. I think P. Diddy's innocent too.
Well, guilty of what? Having a good time?
Yeah, guilty of what? Being a slip and sliding on a woman.
Yeah,
Actually,
I don't-
if that's
I don't
the
know.
worst thing he's accused of, that's not that bad.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not.
embarrassing.
I don't even understand how that's illegal or anything.
Well,
I don't know.
That sounds like
I
field
don't.
day
I'm not
to
even
me.
really sure
It
where these
wasn't-
things came from. I just saw a typed up document, which means it's got to be true.
So I don't think it was a legality. I think it just meant he was involved because he was just in like it wasn't any wrongdoing. I think on his part, like she was just saying who was at these.
Everyone in the fucking county of Los Angeles is indicted. Like you literally just by being here, you're letting things happen.
Yeah, that's
We're
very
all
true.
complicit.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a funny. I don't know why Diddy's just so funny to me. Just like everything about him.
You're a big Diddy fan, but not like his
Well,
music.
Oh, I was.
You've
I
been
showed
in-
people
you've
those
been
Drink
into the
Champs
weird-
interviews
yeah.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
And I thought it was the funniest because I don't know because the reason I don't take that one as seriously as like the R. Kelly is just because he does it in such a way that's just like
He's a goofball.
he's a goofball.
They're both goofballs.
But R. Kelly's not even as
I'm
big
not
of a
saying this is
goofball.
bad goofing around.
He's
They're goofing around and they're goofballs, and this is bad. But they're
Yeah.
still goofballs.
Diddy's a goofball.
He's just a goofball
Do you see
goofing around.
Do you see the video where he's just spazzing out? He's like, whatever I want, I'm gonna get. He's just like throwing shit. It's just such a goofy goober.
It would be funny if
Just a
in
gay
prison
guy.
Diddy is still having like a grand old time.
Oh, did you see Sam Bankman-Fried?
I listened to I listened to the beginning of Tucker Carlson.
Are they in the same cell?
No, they're in the same prison. He's like,
Okay.
Diddy's really nice
Yeah,
to
he's
me.
respectful.
For some reason, I had heard they were locked up.
He respects
in
my
the same
autism.
cell.
And it's funny how his name basically sounded like bank fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam
Bankman
Bankman
Sam,
fraud.
his name is like Samuel Shekel Freed guy,
Yeah.
and it just should be Sam, more like Sam prison
Kike.
jailed.
What? We're like,
No, it is one of those.
Apparently, he got in trouble for that,
what?
for doing that Zoom interview with Tucker.
Oh, he got in trouble?
Yeah, because you're apparently
jail?
not allowed to do that from prison.
Oh man, imagine getting canceled in jail. Being like, actually, getting canceled in jail is just like you're like you didn't clean your room. It's funny how the punishments in jail are way harsher than the punishments in real life. Like you go to jail because you like rape somebody, but then in jail they're like, you missed lunch, you missed the shower time. Man.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to put you in a cell.
I do like.
I
There
bet
was a
you
moment
sounds like
where
what he
you
was
got in
done
a
with.
fight.
Tucker Carlson was interviewing him, and like halfway through, he's like, "I just have to say, you seem less retarded." It's like,
prison?
is prison good for you? And Sam's like, no, I don't get to go on the internet. I'm like, yo, I honestly, you're taken away from like mid nerd pussy, and you can't go on the internet. This might be the cure for Sam Bankman-Fried.
Oh yeah.
I think we hire him from Doge. I think we get him on Doge while he's in prison to really use his powers for good.
Yeah, once they fire all federal employees, they should replace them with prison labor.
Yeah.
So they're just doing those
Like
jobs.
how they make the firefighters.
Yeah. Yeah, but it should be people that are like checking if I did my taxes correctly.
Yeah.
It's like a guy on death row.
I would love to be in that prison watching like him and Diddy playing basketball. Just like Sam Bankman-Fried just getting his
boys.
shit rocked on the basketball court.
Tucker needs Diddy. He needs to interview Diddy.
No,
That would be the
Diddy
interview of the
and Sam
century.
Bankman-Fried at the same time.
Yeah.
just like exchanging prison stories.
Just have all the prisoners in that jail on Tucker Carlson.
Oh yeah,
It would be the new protect our parks, protect our asses.
So you like when a guy's in your ass. You love it. You love when it's in your ass. Now
Protect
tell
our-
me
Well-
why do you like it in your ass?
Where are they? What prison are they in?
Some
It's
New
in
York
New York,
prison,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a New York.
I mean,
Is
New
it the
York,
one in
New York
Manhattan?
in general is a
New York,
prison.
New York.
I mean, they're just in jail because they're not guilty of anything yet, right? We're all
Guilty of
just,
being successful men in this country. That
Successful
hates us.
Is it
black
the same
men.
jail Epstein was in?
successful chosen people.
Is it that
Oh,
big
it might
jail in
be.
Manhattan? Whatever that's
Yeah, it
called?
might be the big holding cell.
Damn, Epstein shouldn't have killed himself. He really missed out on a fucking.
Yeah, a lot of
he,
has happened. He missed-
he left before all the other celebs
Imagine
showed
those
up.
three at the same prison. Oh man,
Yeah.
that's a fucking goofy troop. That's a goof troop.
The gang's back together.
Damn, Diddy and Epstein is a squad. Cause that's a fucking dude. Him, Subway Jared, and fucking Diddy. Dude, that's a fucking master.
Subway Jared's not on their level at all, I would
No,
say.
I think
He's nowhere near as cool as Diddy and Epstein.
Dude, he's mad underrated.
really explain.
The fact that he did
To me, he's not even in my top 10
dude, I think he's the top
of guys
five.
in prison.
of guys.
He's a top five. The fact that he
Yeah, who are the top?
Is he still alive?
R.
Like, he's
Kelly
still
is in
alive,
prison,
but-
right? He's up
yeah,
there.
he's up there. Diddy.
Diddy. I don't even know if Sam
Epstein's
Bankman's
king.
on there.
Well, we're talking pedos.
Oh, pedos.
I'm saying top five pedos. Subway Jared's got to be top five. Top five dead or I don't know dead or alive though. Maybe.
I'm
Actually,
sure there's some we don't know about too that are probably up there.
Yeah, I mean my
The
uncle
real
is up there.
gangsters, you don't know their names.
Actually, that is true. The best pedophiles we don't know about.
Yeah.
The guys who really get away with it. You have no idea. Like, we could know a pedophile and just not know
Yeah,
he's
the
a
problem
pedophile.
with being a pedophile is you can't
One
become
could have
the
walked in.
spokesperson of a fast food company.
I always
I
wonder.
know.
I do always wonder when I see somebody as I go, like, I wonder, like, how many people are pedophiles. Like, when
Dude,
if I,
like
go
out on the street.
If I go in a grocery, if I go in, like, any store, like, how many pedophiles are in here?
Most of them.
Yeah, I guess
When I
that's
have
true.
my-
Yes,
when I have my
Citizen
They
app.
Live.
Citizen app would make me believe it's a lot in my area.
Do you
But I have
that?
to pay.
That's a premium.
Yeah, I
Citizen
have to
app
pay for the
feature.
premium. No, but it tries to sell me the premium every time.
Yeah, it's the pedo. The
There'll be
pedo
like
premium.
there'll be like, helicopters in my area, and it's like, let's see what's going on, and they're always like, upgrade, because there's 200,000 pedophiles living on your block.
It is funny that all those apps that I use, like they start off as like resources to like protect you. They instantly be like, get Citizen Gold, and you can find out if there's a murderer living in your building.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to pay $9 a month for that. Can't you just tell me, please? Just put an ad
the
banner
dial
at the bottom
911
and
subscribe to our gold membership package.
Yeah. That's how it's going to be, hopefully, in the future. If Trump gets his way, where it's like, oh, you want the police? You're going to have to pay a certain amount of taxes.
911. You mean legal Patreon? You mean
Yeah.
The U.S. Patreon.
Oh, you want
911.
you want a public defender? Oh, okay. Well, you should have subscribed to the TikTok Premium.
911 working like Patreon is a great idea.
Yeah, subscribe
guy
to a different
calling.
level. The cop will show up with a gun if you pay $19 a month.
He'll show up in 2 minutes. 2-minute response time. 5-minute response time.
Yeah, you are a goat
10-minute
tier
response
if you give
time
us
tier.
$50. I feel like they will do that in California, though. They want to tax yo ass on everything.
Yeah, dude. I filled up my gas tank here after being in Florida for a week, and I literally paid almost triple. It's $2 more a gallon here because of the taxes.
Absolute nightmare. I don't know. Why do we even live here?
I don't like Gavin.
I was talking to a guy.
I don't like what he said about Hitler earlier that I heard he said.
I was talking to a guy at the gym today, and he was in Tampa for a bachelor party, and I was like, yeah, I love Florida. We should move. He's like, yeah, we should move to Florida.
Move to Florida or Texas.
I don't think I'd move to Texas. Too many liberals.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I'm probably going to move to Cuba
Us and Jake Paul
in Texas or in Florida.
in Puerto Rico.
Oh, does he live in
Are they
Puerto
Puerto
Rico?
Yeah, they live in
people?
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, this is. I think
For taxes.
Puerto Rico has good taxes for
I
business.
think there's no tax. I think there's
If you
no
start a
tax.
business down there, they don't make you pay taxes.
Wasn't that a
on it.
liberal thing? They wanted to make that a 51st state? So they could
They're
make
always
it
trying to make more
They
states.
could turn it into a welfare state and get more votes.
I think we should just get it out of the way and make all of the world America. It would
Yeah.
the GDP would go up like 4 times, right?
It would go down instantly.
No.
It would plummet.
No, we'd find a way to grind people
China
into a
being
paste that was
America.
worth money.
No, all
China
those,
would be so pissed.
all those people cooking. They have to
Oh, right,
spice their
wasting
food.
their time
All,
by
all those
cooking.
idiots in those countries still cooking for
yeah,
themselves.
they're not going to Publix.
You
They're
gotta,
going to
you
Publix.
gotta, you gotta take out the pan. You gotta add spice to your food.
Yeah.
See, that's why white people have dominated the 20th century.
There's
and
no spice in the food.
not the 21st anymore. It's because we got shamed into spicing our food, which is a whole other step. And that's the time that I spend, the 41 seconds a week where I spend spicing my food, seasoning my food. I probably lose about $1,000 a week.
Right.
Putting salt and pepper on my fucking chicken, I probably lose about, half. I could be making so much money on my side hustle of not spicing
I don't.
food.
Yeah.
I hope the
No
world,
seasoning. Don't do my hair. Don't do my nails.
Women don't cook anymore because they have jobs and they're hustling. They're getting money.
Yeah,
So that guy's just talking like a woman.
he is kind of talking like a woman.
Why are you cleaning your pussy? You're wasting money cleaning your pussy.
You got to season it.
He's like the whole world.
Pussy like a cast iron skillet.
He should have ended that video, and the whole world should be America. Man, China would be so pissed because they're like, wait, we have to keep our daughter now. Fuck. We can't just.
Well, no, we don't
We
get
can't
to-
just throw him in the garbage and it's fine. We can't find a guy with a cleft palate and just literally burn him to death.
Just throw them in the
Fuck.
pit like the Romans.
Oh,
No, in this scenario, their lives stay the
Spartans,
same. Only
I guess,
mine
did
gets
that.
worse.
If we all lived by China rules, I would actually kind of enjoy that. Remember that video I showed you of the influencer that lives in China?
Yeah.
And records
In
content
hell.
for China.
They made like a Vice
Oh,
documentary about this freak.
I know.
Because he's just like, I fucking hate my life. but I make money.
But then all of his videos are like,
Ni hao.
they're like,
I'm
"Ni hao."
a white in China.
And he's like, ni hao, this is the best. He like sings songs about
Yeah.
how great the country is.
Yeah.
He's like,
This is
"I have
John
no-"
Cena.
He said, I have no idea what I'm saying in this song.
Yeah. No, I think about killing myself every day, but my TikTok's doing numbers and I live in China.
It's
sucks,
it's one of
man.
the craziest videos I've
It
ever
sucks.
seen.
I'd literally rather be in prison with Sam Bankman-Fried and P. Diddy than the
Than be a
prison that this man has
free
made himself being a
content
shill for
creator.
China.
Yeah, and his boss was just some like Asian guy who was just like, yeah, this guy's kind of goofy,
More
and
Hello Kitty.
unattractive.
Yeah.
That's why we got him because he'll do anything.
He has
for
blonde hair and blue eyes, so
Yeah, he has blonde hair and
people
blue
love him
eyes.
here.
He'll do anything for money. He'll move to China.
Yeah, the white man is the ultimate.
Yeah, did he
slut for
do
money.
like? How did he find out about this job?
I think. Well, he had a music,
It started as a side hustle.
he had a parody music channel at first, and then like monetizing on YouTube kind of like you couldn't. It was like a lot of copyrighted stuff. You couldn't
Right.
monetize like stuff that was like a parody.
Right.
So he had no way of making money. So this Asian guy was like, "Hey, can you make videos of how much you love China, but make songs?"
Yeah.
It just
They
feels
make
like there's so many steps in between that to me.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how easy it is to almost turn into a Chinese shill. I've been so close.
Well, you
multiple
didn't.
times.
You were just gonna be in front of all the.
I was selling
screaming.
tripods on TikTok
Yeah.
for China. It took like a month of not making any money to be like, all right, I'll fucking sell Chinese communist propaganda to fat black people watching TikTok.
Did you have to do the accent?
Oh yeah, I was wearing full prosthetics and everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, by tripod.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would take
please,
my
Butterbutt.
Chinese man mask. They wouldn't let me leave work with it because they're like, if you leave the office, which
They might
was
not know you're Chinese.
yeah, they're like, you're gonna use this to rob a 7-Eleven.
Oh,
Was in too much of a hurry to take the makeup off, and the cops kept pulling me over because they thought I was Chinese.
do
Guy.
people use?
It's not, I had to say guy, not a Chinese.
Do people use the?
No, I'm the cops.
Do people use the Chinese mask when they rob a convenience store so the owner just thinks it's his like nephew or something?
I wear a Chinese mask when I go to the casino, so they comp me.
Oh.
Think I'm a big baccarat.
Uncle John.
Baccarat.
Those are always the biggest spenders. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Casinos.
The Chinese billionaires.
Yeah, but they won't spend it in real life.
And they've got the longest cigarettes I've ever seen.
I've got some skinny cigarettes that ladies left over here.
Oh,
We were like,
Should we fire them up?
well, we were
Darts on the
taking
pod?
last week when we were taking pictures, and one of the characters needed a cigarette. It's like, should we just use these? And it's like, it doesn't read as a cigarette. It just looks like a pixie stick.
Yeah. The fake one looks real.
yeah. Man, I kind of sometimes I do want to be a shill for China though. It would seem like a fun thing to do for a while. Just be like China good, Taiwan bad every day.
It's not hard. It's not
Taiwan
hard. You
bad.
stick to the script.
Yeah.
It's a pretty set in stone. China good. Taiwan
I feel
bad.
like anybody who works at Amazon, like who's like an Amazon warehouse worker, that should be like the main target for China to like turn against America. Just
Yeah.
pay them
I
slightly
feel like they're
more.
trying.
Yeah, just pay them slightly more and just have them do propaganda.
Who do we know that
videos.
worked at an Amazon warehouse?
I've known a
Didn't
few
we know someone
people.
that did it?
I knew a couple people that have.
Yeah.
It's man, it is a pathetic existence.
Yeah.
I would rather be homeless.
Just taking people's fucking back razors and putting them into a box and shipping it out.
Yeah, you have to pee in a cup.
Yeah.
You get like arrested.
Those are
for
my favorite.
going
All
to
the jobs that
bathroom.
still
I
drug
don't-
tests are jobs you can 100% do on drugs.
Yeah.
Like if you're working for like the White House, they don't drug test you. But if you're working for like the DMV, they're like, make sure you're not high. It's like,
Yeah.
literally all you have to do is like scan
Make
an
sure you
ID
just
and
act
print out a
in a
parking
way.
ticket. And,
Yeah, all the drug. Yeah, that's a good point. All the things that drug test, you don't need a drug. But like the jobs that don't drug, like the biggest cokeheads I know are financial advisors.
yeah. Or like
Isn't that nuts?
doctors.
yeah, yeah. Like
Like the biggest drug addicts I know are medical fucking students. Like
Yeah. The biggest drug addicts are people with the most responsibility
Yeah.
in the world.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
guys-
I'm the president. I'm addicted to Adderall.
Yeah, they're like, I spend $5,000 a month on coke, and I'm a financial advisor for the 5 biggest companies in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
I literally
Gotta make it
handle. I handle the president's money.
I'm in charge of 500,000 Vanguard accounts, and I'm addicted to amphetamines.
Yeah.
I
Sometimes,
Funny, 'cause they
couldn't
work
get a job
better.
at Burger King though.
sometimes
Does
I
this
just
suggest that the people at the DMV should be on cocaine?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That would make
Speed
shit
the lines
move
up a little?
faster.
Oh yeah, that would be.
Cocaine's a super drug.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start being like that. People have turned on nicotine in a positive way, where like it's a super drug. It's good for your brain. I mean, I think it's good for you. Now I'm addicted. It took a week and a half. Instantly, I'm buy a $10 thing of Zins once every 2 weeks because it makes me better.
I'm lying.
I'm literally not lying, but yeah, I mean, maybe cocaine's the next thing. People are like,
It
"This is
has.
good
It's
for
been
you."
normalized. People do coke more now than like.
If we can shut off the fentanyl valve, I think cocaine could come back and America could be ripping and rolling.
Dude, people are doing coke a lot now compared to like 15 years ago. I feel like nobody did it 15 years ago. Now everybody.
COVID definitely made Coke more popular because it was like I'm sitting around and I got to be better at Call of Duty Warzone.
Yeah,
I think
I got to be able to
delivery-
stay up later
The delivery systems got better.
to
I
play
think.
Monopoly on my Xbox with my boys.
yeah.
You
they're
used to
like,
have to deal with like a real piece of shit to buy legit drugs. Now it is kind of cleaned up.
Yeah.
So,
It is.
That might
Yeah,
help.
a lot of people just started doing coke during the pandemic. Were like, it's too dangerous to see germs and
Right.
go out somewhere. It's too dangerous to go to the gym. Let's do coke.
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt my heart by getting COVID. Let's do a bunch of lines.
I don't want to stand 6 feet between someone at the grocery store. Anyway, let's all do this drug that came from a country where they don't speak English off the same key that I stick in my fucking pocket and in my dirty, greasy door every single day.
Yeah. I remember that was some people's logic at the time. They're just literally doing drugs with people and then being like, "Well, you can't.
Why are I know
You can't go to the gym."
one of my friends got
You
so
can't go to
pissed
church.
off.
Yeah.
We saw these like teenagers walking into Wawa early COVID, and he's like, "Why aren't they wearing their masks?" It's like, dude, you eat ass and do coke. Shut up.
Yeah, you like openly do fentanyl.
Yeah.
You don't even. Yeah, I want to do fentanyl again.
Have you done fentanyl?
No.
My friend's brother was
You
in the
didn't
hospital
forget.
for a while, and he was like, "They gave me fentanyl. It wasn't even that good."
Oh,
And-
who was this? Mac Miller?
And they were like, the people I was with, they were like, "They gave you fentanyl?" I was like, "Yeah, fentanyl is like it doesn't just exist for
Yeah, that
people
was
to
only
die
that was how I
from."
first heard of it. Was like old people in the hospital.
Yeah,
it was
dude.
like the big pain drug they
I
did.
think actually I might have had fentanyl. I've had morphine. Is morphine like fentanyl?
No, you've had morphine. You've had a fair share.
Yeah.
of morphine.
They gave me the drip button.
I don't think I ever did morphine. Codeine,
Ooh,
low dose
I
codeine.
kind of want to do codeine and spray.
I remember getting scared.
syrup.
I told my mom once, I was like, I think I'm doing codeine, like it's just really low dose codeine, just to
Like
recover
Tylenol
from
with codeine.
that was what I was eventually on, but it was like, oh yeah, I was like taking like prescription codeine, and I was like, this is making me forget how to like spell words. This is affecting my brain in a way that scares me. And then since then, I'm like, whatever, my brain. I need worse. I need worse.
Who needs
brain.
to read and write?
Yeah, who needs to read and write? Who gives a shit?
I'm a weekend warrior.
I just want to be high.
Oh man, your aunt and I are the same.
Weekend warrior. Just a weekend warrior.
Yeah, I fucked her 6 times. That's how she knows all stuff.
Are you getting to our family members?
Six times.
Yeah. That's what. Whenever any woman's mentioned for people, my thing is, I'm like, I fucked her 6 times.
6. Counted.
But sometimes I've done that to like the wrong person, and they're like, "Oh, that's my best friend." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just mentioned a woman's. I had to say it.
I don't know.
I had to say I fucked her.
You said a name that could be a girl, so I had to say I fucked her 6 times.
Yeah, you mentioned your best friend who passed away today.
What am I supposed to do? It was a
At a
girl
funeral.
name. You floated around there.
Yeah. When's the last time you guys have gone to like a funeral?
I typically try to avoid. I'm too sad.
Yeah.
I crash them.
That's my favorite part of the wedding.
Yeah, I
crashing.
realized that was already a
when he's
joke in
when
that
he's,
movie.
when he's going to the funeral, he's like, they're horny. He is kind of right. I mean, I wonder if people tried that after that movie, and then like got
Maybe.
kicked out.
Something
immediately.
my best friend's dad said to me at our mother's funeral was like, "You better get pussy out of this," and I didn't.
That's right.
My biggest regret.
That's crazy, but he is kind of
Yeah,
right.
he's absolutely right.
Yeah, because
I to this day I
I haven't gotten any pussy off my dad's cancer yet, and I'm pissed about it.
Does your dad have cancer?
Yeah, he's had it for a while.
You got to wear more of the Lance Armstrong bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to make it your whole personality.
Oh yeah.
My dad's sick.
Yeah. The problem is when you're when you're like 28, 29, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because people are like, your dad's still alive. You should be happy. And I'm like, fuck, I'm old. Because that's the thing when you're above fucking 25, and people are like, oh, your
Yeah,
parents-
when you're like out of high school, it's like, yeah, your parents should be dead.
yeah, they're like, don't you know how time
What are they gonna
works?
do?
Your parent and in high school, it's like your parents aren't divorced, you can't complain about anything. And then when your parents are alive out of high school, it's like, yeah, it's
Yeah, nobody cares.
You're
I
the-
feel like nobody really cares.
no.
Because that's why the guys like get pussy while you can.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it does for whatever reason.
It's also funny to have a man that's like been married for like so long. Just be like, do it for me.
Yeah, get pussy.
Boomers love being like, do it for me.
That guy definitely can't
Live
wait till his wife
vicariously
dies.
through.
Well, because boomers are like they'll like pussy brag. Like the boomers that pussy brag the most. Like, I was an animal in college. I had sex twice
Yeah.
with the same woman freshman year.
Yeah. Well, because they didn't have as much sex. Because I feel like
No.
before phones, you couldn't have that much sex. Because you'd have to. Because you shouldn't have.
Well,
the
there was no one on
access.
TikTok telling me how
Yeah.
to rizz
Right.
up.
There was.
a bitch.
Yeah, there wasn't a drag.
They were too
queen
busy
telling
cooking
me
their
how to have
food.
sex when I was.
Yeah,
in
all these
kindergarten.
boomers were cooking their own fucking meals and
Yeah, they're going to Publix.
yeah.
These boomers weren't
Yeah.
getting Uber Eats back then. That's why they weren't getting enough pussy.
Yeah.
They didn't have enough Uber.
They're
they didn't have the
wasting time seasoning their food
Yeah, they're washing
and
dishes.
washing their dishes.
That reminds me, I haven't washed my dishes in a day or so. That guy reminded me. I'm
looking?
like,
Such a
I'm like, oh man, maybe it is really time consuming.
Do you have a dishwasher?
Yeah.
Wow, you got to throw it in there. Do you
Yeah.
pre-rinse?
I always pre-rinse.
Yeah, I always.
Yeah, I'm
well,
mocking
usually
the
I just.
pre-rinse.
In the,
I don't pay my
in the
water bill.
commercials and stuff, they'll show him throwing in.
Don't
like,
pre-rinse. Fuck
yeah.
you,
I usually just.
Dawn.
Well, then you got to clean the filter, which probably gets clogged
Fuck
up.
you,
And
Cascade.
I usually just clean it. Because sometimes the dishwasher, I'm like, I don't.
I think
It's a hassle.
dishwasher's a scam.
Yeah, it kind of is a little bit. Because they kind of smell weird after the dishwasher.
Yeah, it gets rid of all the good bacteria. You wanna keep some shit on there.
Yeah. I gotta
Maybe.
I gotta keep my cum on there.
Oh, that was a great meal.
yeah. Whenever I cum before I cook my chicken, I have to cum in the oils.
Coming into the kitchen sink.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
I'm out of socks. I'm out of dirty socks. I've cummed in all my socks.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
I always thought that was the weird coming into a sock
Yeah, it is strange.
and then you wear it
I-
again.
Yeah. No. I don't.
I've come
Any
into a
sort of
sock that's like
receptacle.
this is like a throwaway sock.
Any sort of receptacle when pregnancy isn't a concern, like why?
yeah.
What's the
Spilling
point?
your seed not into a woman is fucking chuggy.
Oh man.
Yeah, summer of cream pie.
Yeah. Cream pies are amazing.
Yeah, there's a reason why that it feels best is because God made it so that feels good, so you can have kids.
I remember I tried to get a vasectomy at 21 and they turned me down. It was so sad.
Did you actually try?
Yeah,
Because I've heard that they'll be like no, like if
Yeah.
you don't have kids, they
No,
really
I went
don't
to a
want you
doctor.
doing
That's
that.
good.
I
I'm
tried to
glad they
get
do
it
that.
because he goes, "Why do you want it?" And
Cream pie.
I made a mistake and told the truth. I was like, "Well, I'd like to fuck random women and not have consequences. And I want to be able to come in any woman."
Now, if you were a girl and you went in for birth control because you wanted to fuck a bunch of guys with no consequences,
oh yeah, they would fucking yeah.
When's
'cause men
Men's
can't get-
History Month?
a thing for free around here.
It was very embarrassing explaining it to the guy because the guy's face was like. It's like, are you fucking kidding me?
I had a
That's why
lady.
I wanted
I had a
vasectomy.
lady doctor at the CVS, the Minute Clinic I went to in Florida. Did I talk about this?
No.
I went to a Minute Clinic to get,
HIV tested?
to get tested. No, to get antibiotics. And I was hitting on the lady nurse practitioner.
Crazy.
And it was funny.
I'm here
'cause
for
it's like,
antibiotics. So
you
what are you
mark
doing
down
later?
that you have an STI, do you? Or not an STI, a UTI. And I was like, no, I don't. I need pills so I can keep hooking up with the girl. And it was interesting because it was just like, yeah, we don't even, it's whatever.
Wait, why do you need pill? Does she have are you hooking up with a girl with a?
No, it doesn't matter.
I'm
I might have a bacteria in my penis, but 80% of
that
guys have it.
Oh, the vaginal bacteria girls kind of like they have the
Yeah, it's
vaginal-
girls that are
vaginosis.
seasoning their pussy.
yeah
They're wasting their time seasoning their pussy.
yeah they're going to Publix
Yeah.
and seasoning. Yeah, going for an antibiotic for your dick is so it's not fun.
I do have health insurance though, so it only costs $2. But
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder if because now what's interesting is if I go back for a vasectomy, they'd be like, totally get it.
Yeah, 100%.
They'd be like,
Do you think they
are
still would?
Old.
I feel like if you don't have a kid, they still are like, well, you might want a kid.
At a certain age, but I feel like if you don't want a kid at like 29, they're like, all right. Like, you'll probably not have
I
a
feel
kid.
like vasectomies are for like 50-year-old guys, where it's like if I have another kid, it's gonna send my family into bankruptcy. I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Right, but I think if you're 29,
Especially
though,
with my mistress.
it's at least reasonable. 21 is crazy to give a vasectomy to.
Yeah, that should be illegal.
But
maybe.
yeah.
We have to beat the other countries outbreeding Americans.
Oh man, I was so mad that I was breedable. I was actually pissed because I was like, he didn't like my excuse for why I did a vasectomy.
The eugenics council gave you a thumbs up to have kids in the future.
Oh yeah,
They didn't
what a
take
bad
your seat
decision.
away.
Yeah, then it's just like, well, I don't think my cum work anyway. So hopefully not. Fingers crossed. Hopefully my cum don't work good.
Well, you do stand by the microwave and push in like 20 minutes and just absorb radiation, right?
Yeah, I do cum.
Nah,
like,
it makes it powerful.
I do cum 3 times a day. So that's probably
Superman.
I think my sperm count has just been behind.
Yeah, I do think
They're way
the sperm and egg count does start dropping after 25.
Yeah, which I'm not mad at.
Yeah.
Because it's also, getting a woman pregnant right now would stink.
I'd be all right with it. I'd be
Really?
fine if I had a kid right now. I'd figure it out.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I would just have to book more.
Plus, then they'd be there for when my caregiver dies. Someone could give me my dementia medicine, and I wouldn't also
Yeah,
die.
he can work so he can produce the podcast.
I would just have, yeah.
He can
Yeah, you
get
need
a,
as many kids as possible to work the cameras on the podcast.
he can get a job.
That would be funny. A family business podcast.
But the podcast makes
all
no
the
money.
kids.
It's all the kids. All the kids are working at grocery stores, and you're just fucking.
Just have a
you're like,
kid in the background
Put the
laughing at
kids,
our jokes.
yeah, put the kids to work at a real job to finance my podcasting. That could be something.
I wouldn't think that's a bad idea.
What are we at? We crashed.
40 minutes.
That's the Patreon length, I feel like, normally. We did crash. We all had such a fucking fire-free one.
Yeah. I also think we're like, women suck. Who else does?
What else? What else?
Us.
Yeah. You guys got any cool stories to end it with?
I've been getting my friend, the one I was talking about, who went into like credit card debt for Uber Eats. He sends like Instagram reels of. All my friends send the worst reels. You send reels that are bad. Most people send me shit that's bad on purpose. I'm like, can't you send me like good stuff? And this guy sends me like women
Uplifting.
that like have like the fakest tits and they're just ugly, and will be like, "Happy Tuesday, boys," and I'll be like, dude, these are like the worst looking women. And it'll be like, all right, faggot. it's like a group of guys. So everyone's like, no one likes these like reels that you send of women. And then he'll like send like pics, like nudes of girls that he's like dating. It's like, these are beautiful women that you should like take care of and love. And he's like, no, I'm going to cheat on them with a girl with big fake tits.
Yeah.
I guess that's the dream. I guess that's what you want to do.
Yeah, not to sound like Melania Trump, but sharing your nudes that have been sent to you with your friends, that is like
bad.
This guy.
I
this
won't
guy's
do
a
that.
psycho.
It's genuinely
that's
not.
for me,
Also,
not for
getting
my
mad
friends.
when
And not
people-
because it's mistreating the woman. It's for me.
Sending nudes.
Those are my nudes.
Sending nudes and getting mad at people's reaction is even funnier.
Yeah.
Big like, you don't like this? You don't like these big fake tits? What, you think I should be with? No, I'm going to cheat on them with the
I'll show you.
whore. Yeah. That's a crazy group chat.
Yeah. I'm not
Who
in
is
any
this-
normal group chat.
Who is this guy? Is he?
I'm in one normal group chat,
he an
and
actor?
it's the volleyball group where they're just like,
that-
oh, let's meet up
that's a
at
little more
12:30 and play beach volleyball. It's like wholesome. I'm like, no one's gonna send
You should
pictures of like a
forward-
Russian slave.
Yeah,
with their
you
big
should
fake
forward the girl with the tits and be like, check out these
You seen this?
volleyballs.
Yeah, the most normal guy. Just like he's like, my wife sent me nudes. You guys want to see?
tits. You want to see pictures of my wife naked? No.
That would be
Homo.
dude. The husband's group chat would be fire.
Yeah.
Just people sending nudes of their wife. Like, oh, dude, her ass is sick. That's how you love your wife. You send nudes. Everybody in the group chat just worships their wife.
A normal
Like a swingers group chat.
But you're
though,
not swing.
But you're not
No,
actually
you're not.
doing anything.
You're not. I want to be clear. You're not swingers. You just appreciate somebody's
Your
wife's
wife's
body. It's not
bodies.
sexual.
Yeah.
You go, wow, your wife's body's amazing.
You did it, man.
It's a purely artistic. It's an artistic interest in your wife's pussy. It's a totally,
When I said CPA would take you nowhere, I was wrong. Like you got a wife and she's hot.
your wife is so hot. I would not have sex with her because I respect the sanctity of marriage.
Yeah.
But God damn it, scientifically, so goddamn breedable, but not in a weird way. That we should start that. But we don't share our significant. We make other people share their wives.
We're just the moderators.
Yeah, we're just the moderators. We're like the capos. And these people are like the Christophers.
Yeah, they're
And they're trying
the
to
underlings.
they're trying to.
Yeah,
they're the
explain it to me in
underlings.
Oh, you owe me-
Sopranos terms.
You owe me 3 pussy pictures from your.
You owe me.
Give me a vig.
You owe me a pussy picture.
I introduced you to Rebecca. Now I got to see her tits.
I showed you all these fake tits. I showed you all these Instagram reels.
Yeah.
You owe me one. Come on.
Let me see the meat. The meat flaps.
Let me see a picture of your wife's
Give me some of
pussy.
them cold cuts. Yeah.
Let me see your wife's pussy. Put a camera in
I can't
there.
find pictures of pussy anywhere.
Put a camera in your wife's pussy. I want to see everything in there.
Tony, I meant to call you. My wife, she's a little behind on the nudes. It's just going to be another week.
Hey, I told you you can't be fucking
She's-
behind on the nudes.
Her webcam is broken.
Her webcam's broken. Oh, you use that excuse every fucking week. I'll buy you a fucking webcam.
She's not wearing a fucking wire.
Yeah, she's wearing. Yeah, she's got to be wearing a wire. She's got to be talking in the videos, rubbing baby oil on her breasts. If I don't get that picture, I'll fucking kill you.
I think Sopranos nude sharing is a good time to end it because I have
Yeah.
to pee.
No, you know. What time we
Shake-
at?
45 minutes.
Perfect.
Boom.
That's 45 minutes. Perfect.
I like having
You got anything you want to plug, guys?
If you're listening to this, you've seen it all, probably.
Yeah, if you're watching this, join our group chats for sending your wife's nudes.
Please.
If you don't send
And
your
thank
wife's
you.
nudes, you might get killed. All right, that's all I
Good
got to
night.
say.